A remarkable story of bravery and quick thinking. A soldier was out with his 2 young sons when he found himself in the middle of an armed robbery. And while everyone else ducked for cover, this hero saved the day. Army Staff Sergeant Eddie Peoples is an Iraq vet, home on leave. On Tuesday, he was in this bank in Sarasota, Florida, with his young sons. Surveillance video shows a robber entering the bank waving a gun. Sergeant Peoples can be seen in the background, standing with his 4- and 6-year-old boys. The suspect demanded money, threatened to kill anyone who didn't get on the ground. But watch as Sergeant Peoples directs his kids to get down and then moves chairs in front of them, all the while standing there guarding the boys. Just before the suspect fled with a bag of cash, he turned and pointed his gun at the 6-year-old and made a threat.
He pointed the weapon at my son, and the exact words, I'm not sure, but it was something of the nature of, don't try anything or else the kitty will get it.
With that, Sergeant Peoples sprang into action, following the suspect out to the parking lot where he climbed into his white minivan. Now watch closely, and you'll see him slamming into the suspect's getaway car. What happened next wasn't caught by surveillance cameras. The suspect got out of his car and pressed his gun against the sergeant's forehead. That's when Peoples' military training kicked in.
When he put that gun in my face after I got out of the car, I did a wrist lock on him, took the weapon away from him, got him in kind of like a half Muay Thai clinch around the back of the neck, brought him down to the ground.
The Sarasota County Sheriff honored him for his bravery. And joining us this morning, Staff Sergeant Eddie Peoples and his sons, Ikaika and Keone. Good to have all of you with us this morning.
Thank you, Erica.
Quite a story. You're getting a lot of attention for this one.
Oh, yes.
This must have been for you, though, because you're in this situation not only as a trained soldier, so you have, obviously a certain set of instincts that come along with that, but you're there as a dad.
Yes, this was a new variable for me because I've never been in a situation where my children have been in danger. So after I got over that part, then I went into action. Yeah,
so you go into action. He says don't move, and you move because you're going into action as a dad.
I didn't care because my first instincts were to get my children out of the line of fire. So once I did that, then I moved up and edged away from them. So in case he wanted to make an example or something, he would hit me. They would be okay. And
so he actually said something to you, something to the effect of threatened your children?
He didn't say it to me per se, he just said it to the whole bank, but he pointed the weapon at my 6-year-old here because he could see him at the end of the sofa. And he said something to the effect of, don't move or the kitties will get it. And I was just like, I couldn't believe it, Yeah. And after that, I guess he looked at my face because I was really upset then. And he said, you, the big black guy, don't try anything, And then he left.
So he left. Yeah. You follow him out of the parking lot, and there are things that happen that we don't see. So tell us what happened in that parking lot.
I took him to war, basically. I came after him, hard and aggressive. I put my vehicle behind his vehicle. We had a battle between who was gonna go. He was reversing, tires spinning out. I was driving forward. My tires are keeping him there. He got out of the vehicle, pointing the weapon at me. I fully expected to take 2 shots through the windshield. When that didn't happen, he came around to the driver's side and tried to open the back door to get in. The way the van works, if you touch the door too much, it'll actually close back. So he's very frustrated at this point. He's kind of like banging on the window. I knew I had to do something because I was worried about him starting shooting. So as soon as I opened the door, I was greeted with his handgun to my forehead.
Right, he put it right up to your forehead.
Yeah, he put it smack in the middle.
So at this point in comes, all right, now I'm a soldier and you're messing with me.
At this point it's time to get the bullet trajectory out of my forehead, because that could be detrimental. So with the wrist lock,
the whole studio laughing at that one, slightly detrimental.
With the wrist lock, what it's made to do is to put that barrel to where if it fires off, discharges harmlessly. So once I did that, I stripped the weapon, and then it was nothing but for him to go down to the ground.
Yeah, and you realized at that point too, it wasn't real. Is
yeah,
that
because my course of action was to take that weapon. Once you take it away from him, you can actually use it to hit him with.
Yeah.
A split second, you realize this is no good. I can't do any. This, it's a toy. So then I took him down.
Such quick thinking, and you're doing all this obviously to sort of stall to keep him there so that the police have time to get there. Meantime,
if I could give them a little bit of time, that would be great.
Meantime, your boys are still inside the bank.
Yeah.
What was this like, Ikaika? What's this like for you? You're watching your dad. Daddy goes to war to fight the bad guys, but to be there in the bank with him. Oops. What was that like for you, bud?
I don't really know.
Were you scared?
No.
No? Because you knew Daddy would protect you probably, huh?
And because I knew he's in the army, so he would beat his butt. Because the bad guy's not in the army, he's just a normal bad guy who doesn't do anything.
He's just a normal bad guy.
Just a normal
so
bad guy.
He doesn't do anything.
What was it? So when you come back into the bank after have installed this guy, and you see your boys, I'm sure the first thing you do is run up and grab them, give them a big hug.
Yeah. Well, actually, he ran up to me because whenever I go on deployments, I always tell my boys to put it in perspective that Daddy's going to fight the bad guys. And I walk into the bank and he walks up and he goes, Daddy, loud voice, Daddy, did you get that bad guy? Or did you kick that bad guy's butt? And I said, yeah, Daddy got him. And it was like 3 dozen people in there and they were like, oh, clapping.
Start clapping.
And applauding and everything. So then I gave them all hugs.
Well, so many people happy that you were there. I know you came home because there some people close to you not doing so well. So glad that you can be with them right now. Thanks for coming by and
thank you so much, Erica.
You have a beautiful family.
Thank you. This is the half of us.
This is just half of you?
Yes, my wife's out there and I have the other 2 back in Florida.
And we have our grandma, our auntie, and our cousins.
Yeah?
Yes, we got.
You got a whole big family.
Extended family.
Well, you're lucky to have such a great dad. Hey guys, thanks for letting us borrow your dad for a little while. And thanks for everything you do.
Thank you,
as
Erica.
you serve as well.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure to have you guys here.